wire brush is better for removing paint, but the acrylic disc is better for removing rust. So, combination of the two. And you can see a comparison right here. You can see the part that I had cleaned with a wire brush right there, and this is an area where your feet go a lot, and it had been painted over a couple of times, and my guess is they painted right over the rust. And you can see here, after the paint was stripped off, then going over with the acrylic wheel, and it takes the rust right off. See the difference? Yep. And that's important to me because after painting this, and we will use some metal etching primer on here after painting it, and it gets dried, then I'm going to put some non-skid pads in this section in here, which is where your feet run most of the time. These holes out here are mainly to keep your feet from slipping when you're climbing on and off, but these places here are where you have your feet sitting, either here when you're just riding around, or your heel on here to work your clutch and brake pedals. That's where I'm at. I'm working at getting it cleaned up so I can get some paint on it tonight. Of course, you know, you got to use the proper kind of cardboard. Okay, so allow 10 to 20 minutes. So it's 7:35. So I'm guessing that by 7:45, according to my time anyway, I should start being able to put some orange on there. Keep your eye on that clock. Let's see what happens. Well, looks like it's 7:45 to me. So let's woohoo, drop you down here, back you up, and I'll get that blinding light off. Well, I'm going to leave that blinding light because I need it to see what I'm doing. That can is just about empty. Well, that's the first coat of orange, and according to the can, wait 1 minute between each coat. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait a minute, and then I'm going to spray it with another coat. I'll bring you back when it's all done. Well, it ain't your mama's Cadillac, but it still looks pretty good to me. Especially just for being a lawnmower, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lawnmower after all. So, my plan for tomorrow, this is the end of this day. I had a lot of interruptions during the day. I had to go and do an emergency repair for a friend this morning. He forgot how to start his lawnmower. The other one was he had a boat trailer that he'd had a trailer hitch put on his vehicle a year ago, and they wired it up, and he never did actually tow the trailer with it, and he decided to check it out, and the trailer lights weren't working. So the guy at another garage told him he needed to rewire the trailer, so he did that. He got a whole new harness, put all new lights and everything on it, plugged it in, and it still didn't work. And so he took it back, took the truck back, and they told him, yep, we got it checked out, it's good to go. And well, it still didn't work. Make a long story short, when the trailer hitch had been put on and the initial wiring done, it had a computer link in it. And the wire had broken just before the fuse link that went into this computer box. You couldn't get into the computer box. So me being an old school guy, I did all my testing, got power all the way down to the box, which didn't surprise me. But on the other side of the box there was nothing. And I have no idea how those stupid things work, other than I'm guessing the black wire that had the fusible link on it and that had broken and rotted must be activated by the ignition switch. Well, like I said, being the old school guy that I am, I just eliminated that computer box and wired it up the way we always did it, you know, directly into the light system. So all his lights work, his running lights, his brake lights, and his tail and his directional lights. Did I say that already? Tail lights, brake lights, directional lights. And so he's happy as a pig in a mud puddle. And so that kept me busy well, I didn't get over there till about noontime. That kept me busy till almost 2 o'clock. And yeah, and now it's 8 o'clock. And I don't know what time I got out here. I had some lunch when I got home at 2 o'clock and watched a video with my wife, so I probably didn't get out here till 3:30 or 4 o'clock. So I haven't got a whole lot done, but I accomplished the main goal that I needed to have done. I've got my paint done, so now it can dry, and I will continue on with other things while the paint is drying. I have ordered a new belt for the drive belt. That won't be in, they said not till next Monday. That's a week from today. I'm hoping it'll be here Friday. What else? I have something else coming for this that will be here on Friday, but I can't remember what it was now. Well, not a big deal. At any rate, I won't have all the parts I need till Friday or Monday. And so in the meantime, first thing tomorrow, and I've already taken measurements, I need to shorten this thing up by 1/2 inch. And so I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I may just rebend these tabs. I also have to relocate it left to right. So that's why I have the access panel out in the back here, and I have the mower all the way to the back of the lift. And that's really handy having that cutout like that. Yes, it is. But once I get that thing done tomorrow morning, Lord willing, my wife's going to help me push this off the lift. And if I can get this started, I think it'll start. It just doesn't run good once it does. Once I get this started, I'm going to drive it up onto the lift and change the carburetor. And I think, depending on how much time I have tomorrow, I think I'm also going to work on that thing there that has no spark. And that one there, I haven't done anything to it. I have no idea. And that one there, I'm waiting for front wheels. They won't be here till next Monday. So that's just going to sit for now. But we have all of our parts that needed to be painted for the lawnmower done, and I've assembled the clutch disc. And there I go, just drop it on the floor, George. Assembled this to my brake drum. I got to clean the paint off my brake drum. But that's all one unit. It'll just slide in place. Once oh, that's what I need. My brake shoe material will be here on Friday. That was the other item that I couldn't remember. So yeah, and I can't mount this permanently because I have to get in the back to install the brakes and install that clutch assembly and so forth. But we're getting there, and I see no reason why by the first of the week, and actually now that I have this part painted, I could put my front fenders on there, and I could put my hood on there, and yeah, we would be really, really close once I get those last couple of parts to getting this puppy going. Yeah, everything, one thing after another, you know, kind of drags things out. So, yep, this is my project. First thing, no, second thing. Got to make sure my pulley belt guide is set up properly for the drive belt. And then, oh yeah, maybe I won't get on the John Deere right away because I want to finish off my seat mount. And I was hoping to use these, but I would have to mount them down here lower. And I don't know. I don't want to get into all kinds of more fabrication work. This thing is dragged out so long already. I think I'm just going to mount it to this. And as a matter of fact, I could even just, never mind. We're not going to get into all that. Anyway, that's where we're at tonight. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, how you like them apples? Woo-hoo. It really should have some rear fenders on it, don't you think? I'll have to think about that.